So I'm going to discuss 3 ways to get started investing in Bitcoin right now. I'm not going to get into the particulars of cryptocurrency, blockchains, and all of that. If you're like me and you want to be able to diversify into many different things, whether it be stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, commodities like gold and silver, sometimes you don't have a lot of time, you've got a lot of family obligations, whatever it may be, you just want to know how can you get started today investing in Bitcoin particularly. I'll have another video talking about all of cryptocurrency, but let's just talk about Bitcoin, which is considered vastly different than everything else in crypto, which is considered an altcoin. Now, with regard to Bitcoin, let's talk about 3 ways to get invested, the pros and the cons of each, and the level of difficulty and how much time it may take you. First off are the Bitcoin ETFs. If you don't know, the Bitcoin ETFs were approved by the SEC January 10th, 2024. They started trading on January 11th, 2024, and there are 11 of them. So you can just go to your online brokerage, whether it be Schwab, Fidelity, IBKR, whatever, and you can buy one of these ETFs. It's important to note that those 11 ETFs are spot Bitcoin ETFs. What does that mean? Well, that means that it's based on the current price of Bitcoin today, the underlying asset, which is Bitcoin, and to do that, they actually own Bitcoin. So it's not based on futures contracts, it's based on that ETF owning the underlying asset and therefore mirroring the price. So you are essentially buying Bitcoin. So you don't actually have the Bitcoin yourself. The ETF owns it and you're buying shares of the ETF. That is the fastest and easiest way to get exposure to Bitcoin right now. And it's the most liquid way, or at least it's the easiest way to buy and sell quickly without having to know how do these digital wallets work, what service am I using to do it. If you're familiar with your online brokerage and that's easy for you, get on and do it right now. It's very easy. So now let's talk about digital wallets. And I'll use some analogies related to gold, and I'll define some of these terms as well as we go through them. Again, this is very high level. So think of your wallet in your pocket, which holds money, and your bank account at the bank, which holds your money. Okay? So the bank account has your money in it. You don't have that $100 in your wallet. You have $100 in that bank account. The other polar opposite of that would be you actually have $100 in your wallet in your pocket. Okay, so that's the difference between these digital wallets. If you use a service such as Coinbase or blockchain or crypto.com, they have 2 different things that they do. They have the we hold it for you, and they have the you hold it yourself. So that's why you'll hear, for example, the term not your keys, not your coins. What does that mean? Well, the keys are the way in which to access the Bitcoin. So who has the keys? Well, you don't have the keys to the vault, the bank does. So people would say, sure, that's your $100 technically, but the bank really owes you $100 because you don't have that 100 and you don't have the keys to the vault. Now your wallet in your pocket, you have that $100. So in the case of these keys and the wallets, they call them custodial versus non-custodial. Very similar also to gold. I own physical gold that I can hold in my hand. I also own gold through a custody arrangement where I pay another company, they purchase the gold for me and they hold it. And I also have ETFs that have gold. Okay, that's 3 different ways to hold gold. Bitcoin is exactly the same. You've got the ETFs. You've got essentially the banks, which will hold it for you, but they have the keys. And then you've got your own wallet where you can hold it and have the keys. And people will talk about the benefits of this, the benefits of that, the pros and the cons, but let's just explain it. So custodial. If you were to go now, because you want to actually buy and own Bitcoin as opposed to buy and own shares of an ETF, you want to get closer to having that Bitcoin, let's say, in your hand, even though it's essentially because you want to be closer to actually holding the Bitcoin, you would use one of these services, and I'm just going to use for sake of argument Coinbase, because I believe it has a very simple user interface. You can download Coinbase on your phone. You can also access it through the web. You hook it up to your bank account by logging in, and it'll make a connection, and you can ACH money from your bank over to Coinbase. So you could take $1,000 from your bank, move it over to Coinbase, and then you can purchase Bitcoin. Now, when that's purchased, they're holding the Bitcoin on your behalf, and that would be a custodial account. Then, what you can do is they have a separate Coinbase wallet, and you can move it there. Now, the Coinbase wallet will give you a passphrase. So all of the wallets that are considered non-custodial, that means that you hold the Bitcoin. You're going to own the keys, and that's what that passphrase is. Think of it this way, and here's an analogy. You have a bank account number for the cash at the bank. And if someone says, hey, I want to send you payroll to your bank account, what's your bank account number? You give them your bank account number. That's public. They can send you money, but they can't take it from you. Okay, now, if you give them access to your bank account, and they have the login, essentially, they can go online, log in, and send your money anywhere and take all your money. So you never give anyone access to your bank account, right? That doesn't make sense. Crypto's the same way. You can give them essentially the address of your wallet so that they can send you Bitcoin, but you don't give them your passphrase, the login to your wallet. You keep that to yourself. So it works just like accessing your bank account. That's the same way that these wallets work, the non-custodial. So let's just review. If you go and you use, it can be crypto.com. They have their service, their exchange where you buy and sell. They hold it on your behalf. That's custodial. Blockchain has the same thing. They'll buy and sell it on your behalf, but they hold it. Coinbase has the same thing. Buy and sell it as an exchange, but they hold it. Each of them also has another wallet that you hold the passphrase to. You can move the Bitcoin to that wallet, and now you essentially are the holder of that key to the wallet, and you own that crypto, and you're holding that crypto. You own it in every case. The question is, how can you actually get your hands on it? Again, here's an analogy. If you want to get your hands on $100 and it's in your pocket, take it out of your pocket, you got it. So those non-custodial wallets where you hold the passphrase, you want that Bitcoin, it's right there, you can take it whenever you want. If the money's in the bank and the bank says, hey, no one can withdraw from the ATMs or the bank this month, you can't access your money. If those services or those exchanges say, hey, no one can touch it right now, you can't touch it, even though it's yours. Same analogy. And the reason this is important, and I would say critically important, is because right now, there isn't FDIC insurance on these crypto exchanges. It's not insured, unlike money in a bank account. So there's no insurance on the crypto that they're holding on your behalf. I like to get involved in things very early. So I've been buying and selling crypto for quite a while, and I've used many of these different services. One was called BlockFi, and one was called Celsius. And both of them ended up going bankrupt. I may receive something back. I don't know. I haven't gotten everything yet. I've gotten some. And here's what happened. They both had essentially the case where they would hold it on your behalf, and they had these accounts where you could kind of earn interest on your crypto. And then they had the account where it was your wallet and you held it. So after they've gone bankrupt, I was able to go in, and they allowed me to take what was in my wallet out. But they did not allow me to take what had been moved over to earn interest. It's still sitting there. So that's the difference. There are cases such as if something were to go bankrupt or there were to be problems where you couldn't access it. So to recap the 3 ways to get involved in crypto right away. 1, just go buy and sell an ETF from your broker. 2, sign up for blockchain.com, crypto.com, coinbase.com, any one of those, and just know that when you move the money over, it's going into an exchange and they're holding it on your behalf. If you then want to move it into a wallet, they each have a wallet you can move it to. And I'm just going to say this so you know, without getting into too much detail, you can send that Bitcoin to any wallet. So you don't have to send what you bought on Coinbase to the Coinbase wallet, what you bought on Crypto.com to the Crypto.com wallet. You can send it to any other wallet. There's a very popular one I'm going to mention. I'll get into it in another video. It's called MetaMask. And that is purely non-custodial. You have the keys. You own it. It's like the wallet in your pocket. And then, for example, I actually like to use a hardware wallet, the one called Trevor. Here's a picture of it. And that you can hold as well. So I hope that helps explain in very simple terms some of the terminology that you're going to hear and how you can get involved in buying and selling Bitcoin today or tomorrow or right away. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to watch more videos. I always appreciate a like. It helps push this video out to more people. I appreciate your time, and I hope you're able to get finances in order, get out of debt, and invest and diversify for you and your family. Thanks for watching.